Let us leave the gateway of the known shore, the familiar door we have gone through before. We shall sip star milk from the cradle cup of the new moon. See it there, just coming over the horizon. Sip to remember a way not lost, yet not known, sought for since you began. Sip to remember a way not lost, yet not known, sought for since you began. Imagine now sipping a cup of warm milk with honey and cinnamon and nutmeg. Dear ones, our illusions of how this should be are taking off their dresses of conformity and doing a jig on the floor of fallen masks. If we are lucky, not just any kind of happenstance lucky, then the muses of the forgotten forest may part the mist for us. Certainly don't count on it. If the muses should let you remember the forest, bring an offering from your medicine bag, the thing you thought you could not live without. Yes, bring the thing you thought you could not live without, and put it on the muses' threshing floor. To get to this place on the path, you have to leave what you know. Release your cherished beliefs and cast off your systems and footholds. Release your beloved strongholds and let yourself be folded in. It might hurt, but it won't last long. Soon, but not too soon, you will see a codex. Yes, a codex for exiting paradigms, for undownloading systems made by those who don't have our best interest in mind, and for purposes other than how you use them. This is a path worth risking for, to undownload the systems that were created for purposes different than how you use them. The path of a true human being is unique to your own content-laden codex. You are both a cosmic pilgrim and an archeologist, using a compass with no hands to travel. No one can chart the course for you. Your way is off the map, and yes, you may have to pass the dragon's den to get where you are already going. And if the fire breathing doesn't scare you back into the luring submission of domesticity, then the dragons will make a barbecue of all the bullshit you carry as a cherished story. Are you willing to let that go? The belly bowl of your being is now filled with star milk and of something much more real than you have known before. Who you are is hidden within layers of densely woven, sedimented fabric, programmed with the sleep of reality. Nights of sleeplessness and forgetting entirely what you might have loved the most are just part of the human initiation. Banish the thought you could have found the passage earlier. Yes, banish the thought that you could have found the passage earlier. Well, it might be true. Inquiries like that are useless here. Yes, we gave up so soon on the mystery, but in our defense, we didn't know quite what we were doing. We tried to hold on to the relics of tradition, of childhood, of enforced sentimentality, being good in the way we were taught, and grasping for nostalgic notions of things that don't really exist. Not really. The fox out behind the chicken house cackles her crackling question. What really exists? Our first thought is for the chickens because we were trained to be good. We don't want the fox to get the chickens, but the fox too needs to eat. If we are courageous, we will admit that we have no idea what really exists and how this all really goes and what is really happening in the big picture, in the small picture, in every picture, in the picture in our minds. We don't really know. But what we do know is whatever it is hasn't happened yet. We are on the way there now. Admitting that we have no idea garnishes us favor with the poets. Did you hear me? Admitting that we have no idea garnishes us favor with the poets. The poets only show up if something becomes really interesting. They cannot be bothered with half attempts at human being. They just get bored. The poets arrive without flourish, but stun your eyeballs with their presence. They give an assignment. Dedicate your life to soul, baby. Dedicate your life to soul. Dedicate your life to soul. A few poets snicker. Yeah, but do your best never to use the word soul directly in a poem. I mean, come on. The poets are a motley crew of misfits, and they promise you a lexicon of new language to use and instructions to get your butt into the painter's hut. Because you will need more colors than you think to paint and write the soul without using the word soul. Evidently, soul takes a lot of color. To get there, you will have to go through the mist at the foot of the great mountain. That mountain that exists on the other side of reason. On the other side, rumor has it, there will be a ride waiting for you. A painter will pick you up in her spaceship-like chariot drawn by white horses. The white horses are the ones from the end-time stories trained for otherworldly transport. But time is not up yet for the world or for you, and you know it, and you must remember it, especially in these times. Vertical time is readying itself as we speak. Vertical time is readying itself as we speak. To truly respond, you have to wake up. To truly respond, you have to wake up. We live in a world of sleeping, but not you, not anymore. Something uncontrollable in you sparks a flint. Something uncontrollable in you sparks a flint. You quiver in the incandescent space of your bone house. Your star shack shimmies. You say yes to the unknown passageway, yes, knowing you can never go back. Can't go back to the way it was before, but you don't want to. You just say yes to the unknown passageway, and maybe the first thing you will notice is how good it feels to just friggin' say yes. Say yes to you. Say yes to soul, and how right it feels to be woken up by forested muses and the riddle of foxes and hens and the dragon's breath even singeing your eyebrows and the horse's hoofs on the roof of your old house in your old story, and the promise of poets and the prowess of painting a new possibility. It is all so very exciting. Let us set on our way and go, because the great adventure has begun. And so, as you imagine us starting to laugh a little and quiver a little and giggle quietly to those sitting next to us, it's time to go. Are you ready? You don't need to take anything with you. Everything will be provided. But remember, painting soul needs a lot of color.